for the week of November 28th to December 4th. We are going to hop right in. Pardon the internet interruption. Okay, we are back live. My apologies. Guys, I've been saying it feels like a mini Mercury retrograde on my end. My apologies. So anyways, starting with the Astrocap again. We are in the throes of Sagittarius season. I immediately got in my head those walking types of, I don't know what they're called, like conveyor belts, those walkways that many airports have. When you walk on them, they accelerate you. That's the energy that I'm feeling. There's a propulsion forward of movement. And I also kept channeling wisdom. So there's a lot of illumination coming with knowledge within ourselves, within our souls, our truths. We are getting downloads and intuitive hits and just a recognition, like a knowing, like, wow, about so many different facets of our life. And I wanted to say, some of you may have been feeling a push-pull type of energy, balancing and wanting to do a lot and take on a lot, and at the same time retreat. So they're very different energies right now happening. The most important thing that I kept getting is to make sure you rest. On Wednesday, and this is probably the only major highlight this week, on November 30th at 9:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York City time for reference, we have the first quarter moon happening in the sign of Pisces. So we have the sun in Sag and it's forming a square. So they're very different energies, different modes and polarities. And immediately I got, make sure your dreams are rooted in the here and now, in practical senses. Make sure you're not just thinking and dreaming and doing up here, which is very different, right? And that you're actually taking concerted actions, taking time to plan steps, what it is that you want to achieve. I'm not talking about, you know, making radical 360-degree changes where you completely take action on every single goal, but take some type of forward movement or momentum forward. There's a sense of people right now hiding away. There's a sense of quietness, of almost like hermiting. You're preparing for winter season, and it doesn't even have to mean that you are in the northern hemisphere, because we have winter coming up in a few months. It could just mean that hunkering down type of energy where you're ready to just kind of go within yourself, revert, introspect, reflect, assess. And so just be careful, especially with this lunation and also the moon. It changes into different signs every 2 to 3 days, that you are grounded and you take time to connect with the here and now. I keep saying that, I keep getting it, because I'm getting some of you are like on a rocket, going forward, saying yes to everything. Be careful of burning out this season in Sagittarius. Be careful of taking on too much. Be careful of your emotions getting the best of you and of reactions. It's really important. We have Venus, Mercury, and the Sun all in Sagittarius. So there's a sense of go, 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 and also of timelines shifting pretty rapidly with those decisions that you make. So we are going to tap in now to the collective reading. Okay. I thought if I wanted to do tarot or just oracle, but there's a sense of just quietness. I feel like some of you are taking on the spirit animal of the bear, hunkering down, preparing. Perhaps you have major events on your calendar right now, or you've got a lot of things happening, but I just get a bear in a cave feeling. There's a lot of energy right now. It's like a quiet on YouTube. I'm sensing hiding away. A lot of times for reflections, because we've gotten just a lot of major, we'll just say energetic and intuitive updates. Hey Shirley, how are you? How are you doing today? Let's see what messages the universe has for us this week. Yes, everyone is prepared. It seems like for holidays, for the season, it just seems like a lot is happening. Right when you said that, it was 444. I'm doing good. Thank you, Shirley. It's been busy, feeling restful, trying to connect. As I said that, we got rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. There's a sense almost when you float on top of a pool or on an ocean or lake, you know, that sense of peace, and you're just floating, letting just the world go by. It's that type of energy I'm getting this week. It's a lot of integrating too, updating. We got again, look at this, watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. This is completely the energy. And so for many of you, this again is calling for rest, for rejuvenating, for self-care. It's really important. A lot of people try to do so much because they think, oh, 2022 is wrapping up. I got to finish, got to get everything done and be ready for 2023. But if you've noticed, the energy doesn't exactly shift into okay, it's 2023, January 1st, let's get going and get moving on our goals. It's because if we look at the Gregorian calendar, right, that's the calendar year many folks follow, not all. It cuts right in the middle of the astrological season, which actually starts with Aries in mid-March. That's the first beginning, the first sign that initiates the season. And so Aries is a fire sign as well. We have Capricorn that's going to be, we will be under Capricorn energies, right, when we hit the new year. And so very different energies, very different momentum. Also too, we have to consider seasons. And so a lot of folks, you may feel like, why don't I have the energy or the oomph, you know, to get things moving and shaking January 1st? It's because of the energies that are happening, that are aligning around us. So pay attention to how you feel and make plans around that. Don't set yourself up maybe for unrealistic frameworks, unrealistic goals, trying to do too much, because this is a season to take that balance and to really take time to nurture ourselves. This is actually, I'm getting the preview as many of us head into winter, and those obviously in the Southern Hemisphere summer, but there's changes of season coming up. And with that, there's actually a level of tiredness with both, because many folks that live in the Southern Hemisphere, especially those near the equator or below, seasons can be hot. Obviously, the closer you live to the equator, the hotter it is. But depending on where you are in the world, with both, there's a transition. There's a complete transition. I see your messages, Shirley. You feel exhausted with your job? Yeah, everything is, plus work and who knows what, everything is catching up right now. And again, with the seasons we're having, especially with holidays, everyone is just on a go, go, go. And the thing is, that's why a lot of folks feel so burnt out. They're ready for a vacation from their vacation, from all this fun. And so the big reminder here is to go slow and steady and to pace yourself, especially with Sag energy. Sag energy doesn't want to be contained. It wants to be out, doing things, exploring, learning, meeting new people. And it's a beautiful energy, but you have to also tap into the higher octaves of it and be responsible for your own energy and manage that well. Otherwise you will burn, what is it? What's the saying people say? You burn the candle at the flames, or you know what I mean. Let's see what else is going on. There's been a lot about rest. There have been a few workshops I've attended on rest for liberation, resting as part of productivity, and that's been a highlight. So many people think that being in your masculine and doing is the way to get things done. But honestly, rest is the foundation, because if you don't have proper rest, and I'm feeling it because I haven't gotten very good sleep, just because of the amount of stuff I need to do, it affects you. And so this is really, to me, speaking of the divine feminine, of this energy, the feminine energy of tapping into this during the season. What other messages do we need to know for this week, please? Oh, Shirley, you asked a question. Hold on. Okay, I gotta do a few things at a time. I can't concentrate. I may take a few questions if I have time. So we got Remember Your Purpose 44. You came to Earth to learn how to love yourself and all that is, to achieve self-mastery, to explore conscious co-creation. Heaven resides in your heart. There has been a lot of refocusing, like navigation, because I keep seeing like like a corn maze, a labyrinth of sorts where people are going in and out but not finding the exit. And so this week you may be getting I'll just say you may be getting a little bit more in touch with what it is that you feel you are here to do. And I don't feel like it's one thing. There could be, really pay attention to what you're feeling, what signs are coming into your existence, things that you're thinking about, your dream state, people that you've thought of that you haven't, people that have popped into your head that you haven't thought of in a long time, and different things that you're being pulled towards, because these are all inklings, signs. I always recommend writing things down, keeping a journal. And consistency is always important, but write down whatever you can remember, because it's going to add up and you're going to start seeing a complete picture. I remember I'm cleaning out a lot of digital files, and I found a file that I had kept a lot of, I'll just say, notes and scraps and ideas that I kept getting from intuitive downloads in the last year. And I'm like, holy shit, it all makes sense now. Back then I'm like, what the hell? Why do I have to do this about a book or some type of project? I had no interest, but things start making sense. There's activation of the heart and solar plexus. We have 32, conquer fear. Most fear is based on illusions, on truths we deny to avoid change. Release your need for control and perfection. Doing your best is plenty. You know, pretty interesting here. As many of us feel called, because there has been a calling, especially, I'll just say for sensitives, whether you call yourself a light worker or a starseed or whatever it is, there's been a call. You may have felt it internally to shift and to start really doing things that bring you joy, that are truly connected to you and to what you want to do. And so there's a revision of maybe your goals, of where you want to go in life, what you want to do next, where you want to invest your time and your energy. But with that comes fears, because whenever we change paths, we make new decisions, we do something that's different, fears come up, right? That's the human part of us. Fears come up, and they either try to stop us or they help us to think and take a step back and simply remind us to get curious and ask us, okay, well, where's this coming from? Well, what is this about? And is there really a reason to be fearful at this time? Whether it's looking for a new job, putting myself out there for new opportunities, potentially making, a life-changing physical move or something different. Fear has a really wonderful way of holding us back. And so it's up to us to realize, well, wait a minute, this is all an illusion, because our mind is actually wonderful for creating things that don't exist. That's how so many things happen in our lives, because we can focus so much of our energy on things we don't want, and it happens. And so be conscious this week of fears, and also take time to marinate in that and pay attention to what it's bringing up for you. We have 29, forgive and release. When we carry love and forgiveness, we are stronger. We can keep our lessons learned without holding on to past hurts. There's a lot about releasing, control, fear. Forgiveness. We have the light here. I have been getting this message too, strongly in my dreams too. I've had people from my past that have come in to express forgiveness. It's absolutely bizarre to me. And so again, really pay attention. And sometimes this forgiveness, people think it has to do with others too. Like, oh, if I got into a fight with someone or someone hurt me, I have to forgive. Sometimes the person we most have to forgive is ourselves, for past transgressions, for mistakes, for not being where we want to be, for whatever the case is, because that keeps us stuck. That keeps us in a state of different emotions, fear, anger, pain, grief. And so there's a way forward with this illumination. And this is going to sound like the corniest thing, but it comes actually through resting. I know there's so much I could say about societal standards and structures regarding rest and accomplishments and being productive and success and how people define it. But the less that you tap into those, and the more you tap into what you define those as, and also take time to nourish your soul, to just be, you're going to be amazed at the shifts that are happening. This is the basic, the very foundation. Okay, let's see what other messages are in store. I think we're just going to do Oracle today. I'm not feeling it for the tarot. I feel like just a few messages. I'm just feeling this energy right now. Many folks are either in bed, are recuperating, are taking time. Really ask yourself, what can I do to make myself feel, and then insert whatever it is you want to feel. More energetic, soothed, calm, rested. For many, it's going to be rested. I'm getting like frazzled energy, like when you fry something and it pops. We got invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. This is also speaking of receptivity. Some of you, again, when we are in this state of actually rest, of taking care of ourselves. Hey, Rainbow Swag Queen, how are you? Good to see you. When we are in this state of receptivity, that's when we can allow the divine to enter, right? Our intuition, that's when we can really connect to our spiritual team and we can listen, and that's when we hear. When people say like, listen closely, you know how you hear those things, especially in the spiritual community, people are like, just listen closely to your heart. You'll know the answer. Yes, you will. But many people are like, well, how the F do I hear this answer? Simple, it's rest. Just try a challenge this week. Take more time to rest, to lay back, to listen to music, watch birds, maybe read if you want, or just listen. Listen to sounds around you. You're going to receive a lot more attunement in your process. It's almost like your antenna became more fine-tuned and you're like, whoa. And the more you practice engaging in this type of practice, because this is a practice, you can make rituals out of this, the more connected you will feel, and also the level of receptivity that you invite into your life, especially in the form of opportunities and connections, it's remarkable. That's another thing on inviting help. Sometimes we want to do things ourselves, so we say no to anything that comes in, whether it's, you know, on the spiritual front or on the earthly matter. Lots of signs here. I see a lot of butterflies. Pink butterflies. I'll show you if anyone is interested. Same with flowers. What other messages, please? I literally feel like everyone turned the lights off, like it's a quiet slumber party. It's so quiet. The energy is just like people are tuned out. Maybe people are exhausted, especially if you're in the United States and you had a holiday week. You're like, oh, I need a vacation. We got raise your vibration. Some of you may have been around folks that may have taken your energy. Their energies may have affected yours. Your external environment, what's around you, may have been affecting you. This is one way to actually raise your vibration. Taking care of yourself. Really asking yourself, what will replenish my soul at this time? What will make me feel whole? Rejuvenated, because that's going to help you automatically, almost like battery up, charge up, right? When we charge our phones, they're actually, most of the time they're resting, right? I mean, there's some people that use those, what are they called? The portable charger things, the battery packs, and they actually continue using the device while it's charging. But generally when we charge the phones, you leave it alone, right? And it's charging. It's kind of the same way with us as humans. We can't be on all the time. Imagine if we had a switch. We got to turn that switch off sometimes and just relax. Not even entertain our minds with any chaos, right? With news, with TV or anything. Just simply allow ourselves to deflate. I'm getting I got a whoopee cushion. You know those jokes? That whoopee cushion people used to put on the chair. I got that and I saw it deflate. And we see fire here. And so if at a time you may be feeling right now or this week extra tired or depleted, really think about how you can take time for yourself, how you can take some time. Again, I'm keep getting like nourishment. It's mind, body, soul. This is going to up level you. I see some folks came. Hey, Rainbow Swag King, good to see you. Uh-oh, I'm back. I'm back. You guys, my internet, I don't know why. I've never had this many internet difficulties, but I know it's improving. I'm countering it with the affirmation here. Let's see what other final messages the universe has for us for this week. I am sensing it. I just got like really just tired. We have Deer. Bring gentleness and grace in every aspect of your life. Some of you may resonate with a deer. There's just a sense of fragility, but it's not in the sense that most people define it as. Again, be careful this week of burning out. Some of you may want to take a step back and reassess where it is that you are putting your time, your energy, your investments. Because once you give it out, it won't come back to you. You don't get it. And so be mindful of depletion of your own personal resources. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about your time and what you do and who you're around, because those things are going to have an effect on you, and also a compound effect if you continue, we'll just say, entertaining certain environments, certain patterns, maybe practices, beliefs over and over. Okie dokes. So there's a few folks here. If you'd like a quick individual reading, I am willing to tap into that. Let me know what your question is. Anyone have any questions before I skedaddle? And if this message helped in any way, I would love it. Support me, support this channel. Just hit the thumbs up button. Okay, I thought it was mine. It keeps going out, usually around the time every day. Right, Rainbow Swag King? I don't know, my internet has been going out even though I have my data on too. So I'm like, that's like a double buffer zone. I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. I have no idea. I can't explain it. I've never had this many issues. Again, I keep getting a mini Mercury retrograde feeling. Okay. We got Rainbow Swag Queen, what's coming for me, and Shirley. Will Drishan and the board offer me the job that he is proposing? Okay. Got it. We will do you all 3 readings, and then I will skedaddle. Okay, what is coming up for Rainbow Swag Queen, please? We got King of Wands, Leo energy, and 7 of Wands. You've got no problem, Shirley. Wow, Rainbow Swag Queen, this is amazing energy. You've got a lot of fire going. I feel like at the same time, I feel like this is also speaking to making sure that you manage your own wisely, because I feel like there's a push and pull with you of wanting to go out and do things, of wanting to say yes, perhaps yes to a lot of things, or trying new different things in your life. There's a sense of like exuding excitement, passion. It's like feeling that vibe again of just feeling good, having fun, feeling joyful. But at the same time, there's a balancing here. So you're being cautioned to take balance. Be careful of overcommitting or saying yes when you want to say no. Think things through before giving a final answer, because there's something about having to take care of your own energy before sharing your energy with others. Because with the King of Wands, this person wants to go out and spread the wealth, right? The energy around, help others, sharing this passion, sharing this excitement, but make sure you have it too. Because if you don't have it to give to others, you're going to be on the burning end. What is it? I'm getting a candle. You're going to be on the end where the only person that's going to get burned out, literally and figuratively, is going to be you. So just be cautious of that. Center yourself, because I feel like you're going to be receiving, I'm getting busy times. So you may be getting a lot more busier as the weeks go by. And there's going to be a moment where you're like, ooh, how did I get so busy? I wasn't like this before, or in the days or weeks to come. Where did this all come from? So there's going to be some type of practice, or perhaps some type of ritual that may help center you. So start tapping into that and really make room for it in your life. Because there's a need for centralizing your present, your breath with the present. That's also going to help neutralize some of this energetic output, well, also input, but this energetic output that you may be, conveying outside of you. I feel like you're in sync with Sag season. I just got a lot of in sync movement. But it's balance. I keep getting balance with you. Rainbow Swag Queen, I hope this helped. This is I like the energy here. It's really positive. It's really fun. It's curious. Lots of wanting to do things, but take care of you first before I'll just say, care of others and entertaining other options, right? Other events, other opportunities. Okay. We got Shirley. Will Trishan and the board offer me the job? Okay, you want to know, will you be offered this job? Okay. Okay. Will this job opportunity be offered to Shirley? We got King of Pentacles and Seven of Swords. Okay, so wow, this seems so kind of elusive as well. I feel like, yes, there will be an opportunity and offer, but things may not be as straightforward or as clear cut as you thought it would be or you imagined. You may feel like, especially with these Seven of Swords, you may feel like someone is holding back information, or some information is not being elucidated clearly. Perhaps it's the terms of employment, maybe with the salary, because we have here the King of Pentacles, Taurus energy, and he's holding a big coin. So there could be something around the negotiating process around salary. So just be cautious of that. Ask questions. Use your intuition here, because you're going to be already using your head. Drop down into your body. You're going to know if something is off. Make sure that you're compensated, like the opportunity, when it is proposed, that you're compensated rightly, justly, that it makes sense, it's equal. I keep getting something about equals. I'm getting scales as well. Be careful of any manipulation or any promises that aren't on paper. Make sure everything is documented before saying, or I should say not before saying a yes, but before giving your final answer. There's something here about paying attention to the details and making sure what's being said is documented so that it's also aligned, with what it is that they're offering. some things look shiny. What's that saying? Some things look shiny on the outside. So be sure to open it, open this opportunity completely, metaphorically. Open it, pick it apart, look at it, scrutinize it. Okay. I hope this has helped, Shirley. I'm not picking up your anxiety or your worry, but I feel like it could be the way they do business. Some organizations, some individuals, they're just not as clear cut or straightforward when it comes to giving information. They don't tell, they don't give you the lowdown on everything. So be sure to scrutinize, especially if it's something in particular that you're after, or if you want a certain wage, or they're not telling you certain things, ask about it. Don't be afraid, because I feel like some things may be hidden. I don't think it's consciously, but sometimes people try to not bring certain parameters up so that they don't have to talk about it right then and there, right? And they'll just secure a potential offer or answer from that prospective employee. So just to be cautious about that. Okay. You're welcome, Rainbow Swag Queen and Shirley. Okay, we have one more. Rainbow Swag King. Am I supporting Justin as a parent, or what can I do to support him more? Okay, what can you do to support Justin more as a parent? I just got a major sleep hangover. I feel like so many folks are about to nap or ready for bedtime. Maybe it's a seasonal change here. It's 5:44 p.m. where I'm at in Texas, and it looks like it's night behind me. Just got a wave of sleepiness. You're welcome, Shirley. What can Rainbow Swag King do to better support Justin? Rainbow Swag King, we got the Tower, Scorpio energy. We got Judgment, Libra energy. I also say Sag too. And holy shit, we got the World card. Got all major arcana. These are fixed signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Wow. There's something about releasing control. Literally. Releasing control. There may have been a cycle, sometimes in an effort to ensure that a child is happy, is okay, is safe, and whatever else that you may want that child to feel, we may undoubtedly, subconsciously, without thinking, try to control every little aspect. So there's something about here releasing control, literally. There may be a shift or a change that you may that may have been coming up within you about, something is off. Not that it's not calling into question parenting skills, but there's a subtle shift to make in your mindset and how you view this parenting child relationship that's going to help change the dynamics. There may be too, I'm getting emotions. Be careful of feeling or thinking you're responsible for the emotions of this child. There's something about releasing that and not taking that on. I don't know why I got emotions. We only have we have Scorpio. That's the depth of emotions with both. I feel like the way you are parenting and the way that you are approaching parenting, and also it's not just parenting, but I feel it extends to your other interpersonal relationships. It's changing or will be changing. You're going through a major internal accelerated. Ooh, someone just dropped something big. I heard it. You're going through an internal accelerated process, like an internal shift or transformation. And I feel like those beliefs that you've had, perhaps in the way that you were parented, growing up, you may have carried those with you, but now you're like, they're not working. They're not the same they're not the same, how do I put this? You're not the same person. Okay, hold on, I'm not wording this right. You're not the same person that you were when you first started like embracing these beliefs, the way that you parent. Because of your growth, it's spiritual growth, but also because of your growth just as a soul here in a human body, I feel like you've taken on your own philosophies, your own beliefs, and they're very different. I feel like you take a more hands-off approach. I'm hearing hands-off, so there may be a tug and pull. You may have grown up with controlling family, or family that maybe just they meant well, but they were trying to tell you what to do. And it could have been friends too, or just folks around you. So the basic element here is to release control. You don't have to control like emotions or feelings. It's okay if the child is sad or upset. It doesn't reflect anything about you. It's just part of being a human. People go through all sorts of those emotions, and allowing that space to process. There's going to be an incredible release I feel that you are going to experience. Perhaps as we wrap up this year. Wow, you've got a really like a strong ass. You got a really strong ass. This is like a major, I feel like a major life lesson that you are learning, Rainbow Swag King. Huge ending and a beginning of one way of parenting. Well, living too, because again, like I said, this isn't just about parenting with this child. This involves all your other relationships too. I hope this has helped. Okay. Okay, guys, I need to go. Shirley, if you are back Wednesday, I will be back for lives. I will be happy to answer more questions, but I'm gonna skedaddle. I hope you all enjoyed your readings. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. It was really good to see you. Shirley, trust yourself. Always trust what you are feeling. But like I said, I'll be happy to dig in Wednesday. What are we? We're Monday. in a few days. Have a great evening or day wherever you guys are in the world. I will talk to you soon. Bye.